Welcome to Shattered Dungeons. I'm David DeSanto, and we have huge news tonight. We are officially over the 50 follower mark. As I look at it right now, we have 53 followers on Twitch, which is huge news because next week we will be officially doing a giveaway. We want to give a huge shout out to Orzostro, a fellow streamer who has been kind of helping us out a little bit. If you'd like to follow him, his account is twitch.tv/Orzostro. But more importantly about our giveaway action, we have things like a player's guide poster, which looks like this. We have an Arcmaster guide poster featuring artwork from our book covers. We also have a big old full-on map of our world of Erethe, which is honestly one of my favorite maps that I've ever seen. And then, of course, we have hardback covers of the books, and then we have 2 copies of the PDF version of our player's guide available all next week. So tune in then. We will do our drawing based on the Twitch followers we have. So we'll whisper you on Twitch if you've won. And then we'll kind of go through based on that. If we haven't heard from anyone in a week's time, we'll draw a next person and notify them via Twitch as well. So lots of fun stuff. We'll be kind of communicating some of our next goals as we kind of determine them. But today is definitely a huge day for celebration. So we are tonight missing 2 of our party members. Lauren and Forrester will not be with us tonight. However, the characters will be. So be prepared for that wonderfulness. They're direly important to our story. So, with that being said, this is Shattered Dungeons. So we pick it up where we left off. The Silver Shadow has been... Before I do that, hold on. I need to introduce our cast. What am I thinking? We have Jordan playing Reg, way far off there to the edge.
Hello, I'm Reg. Who are you?
I'm David, our Arcmaster. We also have Caden, played by Dion.
Hello, everyone.
And then we have Edward playing Mr. Business.
It's business time.
With that out of the way, let me pick up where I left off. The Silver Shadow has been found to be the root of all of the troubles the group has experienced. You met with the head of a family of vampires living in Castle Morvale, and a known associate of the Emerald Guardsman and the Silver Shadow. Theron von Odolph, master of Castle Morvale, wishes to see you deal with the Silver Shadow, and upon escaping with his help, you head east towards Mivra to find the Vasilician Legacy, a group of magical researchers. Vioka is the heart of the Emerald Guardsman's influence, and you opt to camp outside of town as you near it. The night is still, several days have passed, and you fear being found. You opt not to create a fire and rely on the rations you have. As the temperature drops and the evening begins to turn to night, rain begins to fall. And that's where we'll pick it up here. Messena and Pax indicate that they are very tired and decide to go to bed. They kind of enter their tents and are not heard from except for their very clear snores. Now, Reg, Mr. Business, and Caden, what do you do?
We're traveling alone at this point, right? Or no, we still have a guide. Our guy is with us.
No, your guide just gave you horses. That was just the stable
Oh,
master.
okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. So we are traveling alone.
Yep, it's just the 5 of you.
Okay.
And we were supposed to be headed to that one city, so we need to get down off this mountain before they catch us.
Yeah, here, let me pull up my map.
Correct. I forgot to change where you guys were. My apologies.
I was kind of.
You are at your camp. It would help if you
Yeah.
could see what we're looking at.
And we're still to the west of Violka, right?
So you've come in from the west. Castle Morvale is a week's journey from where you are now. So it's been a week.
Okay.
As you near Violka, you recognize the city gates and the surrounding lands from your time there. And instead opt to go into some of the nearby forests to the south. So Violka is technically to your north right now, but you guys are in the forest.
Cool. Well, I have no business to attend to. Excuse me. I have no business. I mean, it looks like we're making decent time.
Reg, you've been kind of hounding Caden to teach you a little bit more magical spells and stuff like that. He's kind of taught you what he knows, like the bare minimum of some things, some basic spells like minor heal, stuff like that. Is there anything else you have to ask him?
Okay, so you know how you do the tingly thing. Is there anything that I'm missing? And I'm gonna do it on myself, and you look at me and go, okay, it's good or it's not good. All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and do some practice. You show me what you got.
Here I go. Reg
Now,
is,
as Reg wiggles his fingers in front of him and begins to try and mouth the somatic components, or the verbal component of the spell, you see some sparks kind of develop around his fingers. Some particles start emanating, and there's a slight glow. But Reg, go ahead and roll a potency check.
all right.
Because why not? All right. So you roll the potency, or you cast the spell, and it heals you. You're casting minor heal, and you feel your body start to rejuvenate. However, you feel nauseous in your stomach. A couple of minutes go by, and you're just trying to hold it in, like, and then you begin vomiting. So
I'm so sorry, everyone.
some of the minor cuts and things that you've experienced through the travel thus far, and some of the pain from riding on your horse, is gone. However, you are puking.
Oh, I don't
Not
know
bad.
which is worse.
Not bad. That's it. Excellent job. Excellent job. You'll adjust.
You know, the strange thing was I was trying to do the tingly ward thing, but I guess healing myself is good too. Oh.
Oh well, when you do the ward thing, it goes like this, and then I'll make a different. I'll make the appropriate somatic and
Cool.
verbal gestures.
And so you kind of watch it happen one more time, and you take a couple more times and try it out, and it ends up working.
I'm
Mr.
just
Business,
gonna write some notes. Ugh.
Reg is back to his notepad. Mr. Business, is there anything you'd like to discuss with the group before you rest?
No. I'm just ready for the next adventure.
Well, okay then.
I guess, I mean, I do have a training regiment I go through every day. Like you have to be, a professional wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just be doing that before going to bed, like the calisthenics. Very, very vaudevillian.
Nice.
I'll follow along with his calisthenics, but I usually stop at probably his 25% mark, take a break. Then I come back when he switches up the routine, and I'll do 25% and then take a break.
Nice.
Reg is going to go feed and pet the horses, because they've been doing us a good job. Here you go, some oats for you, Cinnamon. You're a good horse.
I love that you've named the horse Cinnamon.
Wait, which one is Cinnamon?
Yeah, that's important.
This one is Cinnamon, and she's been carrying me because, it's too big for us to buddy up with me on there. She's a
True.
good girl.
So,
This one is Licorice. And this one is Vanilla.
how does the vanilla taste?
You don't eat them, that's gross.
Well, you eat horse sometime.
Well, not when they're your friends.
So, as the night grows longer and longer, and the rain is coming down harder and harder, you each retire to your tents. You opt not to take a watch because of the rain. You feel like if someone was going to sneak up on you, it's pretty loud. And you feel like you'd be able to hear them a little bit, or the horses would scare or something like that. So everybody, I'm gonna roll basically 5 rolls here, and just pay no attention to them. They are of no consequence to you.
Oh, great, they're all very high.
No. It's not that they're very high. It's that they're, extremely high. So,
You caught the flu and died.
yeah. All right. The rain leaves the ground wet, yet despite the dampness, you feel fairly well rested. The sun is beginning to come out. Everyone gets up and does their morning routines and begins to break the camp. Each tent begins to be taken apart, save 2, Pax and Messena's. You know that they've been extremely tired, and it isn't a surprise that they're still asleep. After some time and some loud noise from breaking the camp, and some scares from the horses just, wanting to get off the road and, be not tied to the log they're currently tied to, everyone except Pax and Messena is ready to leave. It's odd that they've slept this long. What do you do?
You guys, do you think they okay?
We gotta check on them, tap on the tent.
Hello?
Yeah.
Reg slowly taps on the tent and chimes in. Caden, you kind of do the same in a different timbre. They don't respond. It's silent.
I open her tent and peek in.
No one's there. Pax is not in her tent.
Who has the stupid lion head?
I do.
We should check on Messena. She was Pax's buddy.
Messena is also not in her tent.
This is disconcerting. Footprints around?
Yeah, I guess.
You have to make sure that you have your lion's head.
Yeah, I'll double check myself.
Things. You know how it brings you to the other world.
Mr.
Oh,
Business.
actually, you know what? But it leaves our bodies behind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does?
Wait.
The lion head.
Yeah, it
Total.
steals the essence of the target. So, Mr. Business, you kind of rifle through your stuff. It's still there. It has not
Okay.
left. It's exactly where you left it. Whoever is trying to search for tracks, roll either a sneak check or a performance check. Your call on which.
Reg will be using his sneak check and, looking around the muddy prints.
Okay.
Well, those are my footprints.
You look down and say, "Oh, hey, there's a big guy around," And then you kind of follow the tracks to your feet, and then you kind of chuckle to yourself.
Oh, Reg.
I try to help them look for tracks.
Okay, go sneak check or performance check. Your call, which.
Okay, is there one where I can add stamina or something?
No.
Or nothing? It's just a straight 1d100?
Yeah,
Then we'll
unless
just
you
do
have-
a performance check.
Yeah, whichever one you have applicable advancement to, I would use.
I don't have an advancement for those.
Then yeah, just straight roll. You kind of search around and you see where a lot of your team has walked, but nothing that seems to be leading away from the camp necessarily.
Hey,
All right.
Mr. Business, can you look for tracks real quick? We couldn't find any, but Caden and we should search the tents and see if we can
Of
find
course.
anything.
I will
Is
also
there
make a
stuff gone?
performance check.
That's what I was gonna check.
Mr. Business, you as much as you try, you can't identify any tracks as well. It looks like whoever took them were extremely stealthy. A lot of their belongings are there. However, their normal backpacks that they would be carrying, or whatever packs they're carrying, they are gone, but the vast majority of their stuff is still there. It does look, however, it was very briefly searched through.
You don't think it's them green boys, do you?
I think that's exactly what it is.
But then why wouldn't they just... They always tell us it's them. They kind of won't shut up about it.
He makes a point.
Did they leave a note or something?
Mr. Business is yawning because it's still morning.
He is a sleepy kitty.
I need another cat nap.
But did we see any notes or anything left in our tents?
Nothing at all. This seems to be a much more professional organization than the Emerald Guardsmen would have been.
Yeah.
You've
Ooh,
encountered
you know
the
who
Emerald
we-
Guardsmen enough to know that they would leave a calling card.
Yeah. But you know who we just encountered is those new assassins in league with the Emerald Guardsmen.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes.
Yeah,
Remember
the silver.
The Silver Shadow employed the Emerald Guardsmen to do their bidding.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So maybe we've caught their attention, unfortunately.
We've been doing a lot of that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. All right, so that was my performance. Maybe looking further back in my past, can I try to do like a sneak check to see one last? Maybe I'm gonna go to this like more of a clearing area over here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and kind of see if I can't see anything fresh.
Go for it.
I'm rolling so poorly.
I come over and I trample over all the tracks that he's looking at.
I don't want to meta. I don't want to meta, but can we get a second shot, me and Caden?
You can roll the alternate to whatever it was that you used.
Okay, I don't have a bonus in it, but you know what? RNGesus, please help me.
You look over and see Caden stomping on the ground in front of Mr. Business, and Mr. Business is looking at the stomping of the tracks and saying, it looks like someone's been here recently.
You know, I'm not the brightest candle, but I don't think that's helping.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So,
We've already searched this to oblivion. I think we need to come up with another game plan.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we should pack up camp, including our companions' things, and maybe move back toward the city and see if we can't see anything. That feels like that may be a base of operations if people are operating out somewhere.
All right,
wise idea.
I'm gonna take Cinnamon. Who should we give the packs to? Should we give them to Vanilla or Licorice?
We just split them up amongst them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really fair to give Cinnamon extra things to hold. I'm kind of.
Oh, actually, you know what? We don't have to split it. We could put all their stuff on one horse.
Yes.
I can ride one horse. Mr. Business can ride the other horse, and you can stroll along. What would you normally ride for a mount?
I was riding Cinnamon, and you guys were doubled up. Remember?
Can you fit on a horse?
Cinnamon is extremely stocky, despite her
Is he?
lean stature.
He is a strong, independent woman, and you know what? I appreciate that.
Then we'll split their stuff up amongst the two horses that me and
Yeah.
Mr. Business are on. Because I don't think if I put a straw on Cinnamon, she's gonna buckle.
Yeah.
So you guys pack up, no biggie. It goes fairly quick. The thing that you're most concerned with is trying to keep your eyes peeled for any signs of a struggle, or maybe Pax or Messena had thrown something on the ground, maybe, or given some sort of indication that, hey, this is the way that we went.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to have you guys do, basically, each person pick one, and we're going to do 2 rolls. And this is going to be basically the distance from the forest encampment that you've been at all the way to the road that's just outside the city. You're hoping that maybe, someone got a little lax and they were able to sneak something in. But you also aren't sure that that's the actual direction they went, so it may be a tough
Yeah.
call.
It's just a guess.
So go ahead and pick a roll you want to roll, and then use that bonus.
All right,
Between
let me
sneak or
take-
performance, don't roll an attack roll.
I attack the dirt.
So as you are leaving the encampment, Reg and Cinnamon are the first to kind of exit this clearing up ahead. And I'm not going to move characters, but as you get just outside of the little small area that you've made your camp in, you notice right here, about maybe 60 feet away from where you would enter the little clearing to your camp, in what appears to be a naturally forest-made trail, there is one of Messena's fancy shoes.
Everybody hold up.
I think we should search this area here. Yeah, we definitely should search this area here.
Okay. So, again, you guys kind of go up north a little ways and notice that the shoe is almost to the east. Caden, you begin looking, and with your roll of 32, you're not able to discern anything else. You just know that there was a struggle and Messena lost a shoe. You're not sure if that was intentional or a byproduct of it being so dark in the night with the rain. But
I see.
Mr. Business, you can go ahead and roll as well.
All right.
He had rolled a 106 before.
Oh yeah, I did. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One of them.
So as Reg is inspecting the shoe, Caden is kind of helping and doing the best that he can to see if there's any indication of which direction. Mr. Business, your Ilria's eyes kind of pick up way far away Messena's other shoe. It was very. It looks as though she realized she lost her shoe and kicked the other one off as best she could to leave some sort of a trail indicating a direction. So.
Awesome. I was hey, there's more afoot over there.
All right.
And I pause.
So now that you guys have kind of a direction to roll with, I want to have you make one more roll, rather, each of you, and that'll kind of determine what the journey looks like.
Are we still doing sneaker performance?
Yeah.
Okay. Not great.
Thankfully, Mr. Business picks up the slack. So,
That's why I rolled performance instead of sleep. Wham!
I'm gonna switch the scene, and I'll kind of paint a word picture for you. Let's see. Let me just
Paint me with your
no.
words.
I'm wildly uncomfortable now. So you can kind of see where I'm at. Whoops. Down here. So, the way the journey goes, Caden, Jordan, Caden and Reg, you are leading to the southeast, and you get a good ways down to the southeast. About, I don't know, a couple of days go by, you make camp, no abductions, you keep watch, you're wise about it. And then, at some point, Mr. Business kind of picks up a scent almost, and you realize that you've gone too far to the south. It's begun snowing, there's a lot more ice, and you know that it would just be silly to go too far to the south to where it becomes more snowy unless there was something down there, which you highly doubt, seeing as how the Silver Shadow seems to be a city-based organization. Like, you're not going to have a crime syndicate in the forest, you know? So, you kind of follow the scent northeast again. You'd wager, based on how far you've traveled, you're about halfway between Violca and Koldir. However, you're significantly south than the main road that leads you between those two cities. As you near the end of maybe the third day, you spot far off in the distance a cave, like almost a cave inlet. And outside of that inlet are 5 people. And just beyond those 5 people, you notice are Pax and Messena. They're tied up, they're bound, and they are very clearly unconscious. You can't overhear them yet.
All right. I will
Hold on.
say,
We
I
need to be careful here.
yes, maybe if I can use my business skills, I can get closer and maybe listen in to what they're saying. And I will kind of hop off my horse quietly.
Okay.
Well,
I'll take
do
the
you
horses
have
and tie
this?
them up while he's doing his thing so that they don't leave this area right here.
Smart thinking, Caden.
Reg is pulling out the Dargoth crossbow of ice bolts and already lining up a shot.
Okay.
All right. And then I will sneak kind of around. What? This is just snow on
Yep.
the ground?
Correct. The area
Alright,
is snowy. It's almost as though you're coming from a very cold area into a more temperate zone. And so you get a lot of things that, you know, the snow is kind of melting, but it's kind of permanent, and it's fading into that grassland, foresty area. So a lot of the trees still have snow on them from some storms that have come through, but you also have some more, you know, common oaky type trees.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, actually, then I'm going to start making my way kind of toward this tree and try to wrap around toward the south.
Okay. Let's see. You are far enough away from them. Roll a sneak check and add plus 25 to it.
Oh, okay. So that would be another 25, which is the 106.
Cool. So you're definitely hidden, or you feel as though you are hidden. As you kind of round the corner, and I'm going to reveal this so everyone else can see. As you round the corner, you notice a young ogre, and he's kind of, you know, just doing his thing. He's looking around. He's scratching his belly. The young ogre is to the southeast of you. So you probably don't want to continue going that way, but it's good to know that there's a young ogre over there to avoid.
Yeah, alright. I will kind of scoop back around and give like an exasperated just like look at my colleagues and be like, don't go that way. And then keep I don't know. I'm trying out new character stuff. Let's see how people like it. And then kind of go this way and sneak. Okay. But like try to hug the tree. You know, like kind of stay within the branches.
I got you. Go ahead and roll another sneak check. And again, add an extra 25 to it.
Okay.
Cool. You don't
keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you feel even for your own skill, you're expertly hidden. Like, way more. Like, you feel as though if you continued getting closer to the giant or the ogre, it would have spotted you fairly easily, maybe. Mm-hmm. But you feel like what you're doing right now, you're just oddly silent.
Yeah.
All of these Silver Shadow operatives are facing away from you. So they're very clearly unaware of you. Pax and Messena, to the best of your line of sight, they're still unconscious. It looks like the head Silver Shadow abductor is kind of giving orders and telling his little cronies to, make sure they're tied up, make sure, keep a lookout for an ogre, stuff like that. But you still can't really hear exactly what they're saying.
By the way, Reg is trained on them and ready to fire at the literal first second necessary.
Do I feel okay? So they're just not really talking about much except for they're aware of the ogre.
Correct.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, you hear them like, you know how people use their hands to speak? That's how they're talking right now. You can't pick up the exact words, but you can see lips and, they're making gestures, big stuff like that.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Now, right. Reg, where are you exactly? Caden and Reg, where have you placed yourselves?
Technically, they're in range, unless I did my measurements wrong, they're in range of me already. Mm-hmm. But anywhere that would help let me survey it better.
Okay. Caden, what about you?
I'm just going to be chilling back over here where the horses are basically waiting for Mr. Business to come back, or listening for loud noises. If I hear that it sounds like somebody's in trouble or there's a scuffle, then I'm going to be prepared to run in.
Cool. All right, Mr. Business, what are you doing?
I think, actually that was my plan, was to, knowing that I'm not realizing I've kind of caught as much as I can from where I am, and there's only open area from me to them. I'm going to head back toward my companions, so we can form a plan.
All right. So Mr. Business explains everything. Yeah.
They are over there. They are aware, by the way, of the. There's a small, not small. Well, he is gigantic, but a young ogre over to the southeast.
Is he bigger than me?
Significantly.
Yes. He is.
Oh, I don't see that every day, huh? I think maybe we need to be prepared to go in and attack. If we can maybe use this thing to knock one of them off before we even have to get close to them.
Well, I have a crazy idea. Is what if I run toward them and make a lot of noise, distract them, get them to start chasing me, and then run toward the ogre. and then try to quickly like use my wrestling moves to get out of the way and let the ogre just destroy them. And then while you two go and grab Pax and Messina.
My only concern with that plan is that you'll be running towards the ogre first, and I don't know that he's going to necessarily think of you as friendly. And even if you run past him, there's no telling whether he'll chase you or try to stop the things that are coming behind you. It seems
That's true.
unpredictable. Seems a bit unpredictable.
Didn't say it wasn't a gamble, but in business, sometimes you must take risks.
My other concern is, what's past that one? Are there more of his buddies past there? Are we going to end up with a bunch of these
That's a good point.
young ogres, or
Mr. Business, roll a potency check.
All right. 1d100 plus I'm pouring all of my potency into it. Boom.
So, Mr. Business really racks his brain trying to make sure he's thought through as many angles as possible. He didn't see any ogres beyond the young one that he saw. He also noticed that based on the amount of materials in the little cavern inlet thing that is clearly the ogre's home, there's not a lot that would indicate multiple ogres living there. You see, just looking at it, there are a lot of bones, there's a little treasure chest and some golden things on the ground, but there's not enough room to sleep more than one ogre from the elements. Like, the inlet basically just maybe, 5 to 10 feet comes over the rest of the little inlet and covers from the elements, basically. So you highly doubt that there's multiple ogres living here.
well, given that, then I think maybe we can, because it seems that they've made this ogre homeless, right? So
Yeah.
maybe
Well, now what if
like them.
there's revision is maybe I lead the ogre to them. If that's his home, maybe he is more. If I just get his attention, run toward them, he chases me, and then he maybe can get spurred on and attack them, and I can get out of the way.
But what if he tried to get Pax on Messina?
Oh, that's right. That's where they are. That's yeah. Well, that wouldn't be good for business. So no, not that.
Well, if we does the first one, I could sneak a little ways over too, and I could take pop shots at them as they run after you.
Yeah.
How about this? If there's 5 of them, 3 of us, we have the advantage because we know where they are. They don't know that we're here. Maybe we can drop 1 or 2 immediately, and if things are starting to go south, we can run towards the ogre.
Yeah. Also, that's a solid plan.
Count-wise, there are 5 of them, 3 of you, and there's an ogre that's a wild card.
Yeah. But we have 3 of our heavy hitters, so I think to your point, we do stand a good chance. Maybe that is. Maybe it's plan A is run and smash, which again, I'm always for. It's just makes good business sense. And then plan B, because you also makes good business sense to have a plan B, run toward the ogre.
Yeah. So is that everyone's game plan?
I can't come up with a better one. I'm just trying to increase our likelihoods of our success, right? And minimize our risk.
Yeah.
I would suggest you guys do the Tingly Ward.
Yes.
We already have the Tingly Wards active.
Well, I do because we was testing it, but I don't think you two put a fresh one on.
Okay, I'll make sure that we're all, before we left camp, I would make sure that we were all topped off.
Okay. Regardless, you guys should be good. So you are warded and raring to go.
All right.
So I'm gonna sneak over here, and you probably should go sneak this way, like you did, so you get the closest run to them as possible, and you can get to that ogre quicker. And then their backs are open to me if they turn after you.
I would really like us to hit the same guy as
So
hard.
okay. So just kind of run after one, yeah.
Yeah, I would say if we, if we're careful enough, we could probably get a surprise attack on them and drop one immediately, if not two.
Yeah. So let's
I'm gonna aim for this fella, and maybe I have a
Which
good
one?
feeling about it. This boy over here.
all right.
Maybe you do your run and gun on this one. Give him some business time and all that.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Go ahead and roll initiative, and you guys will get a free round because of the surprise and all that fun stuff. And then we'll go immediately into normal turns after that. Oh, Reg, you poor soul. Reg rolled a natural 1 with, and it looks like he's expending some stamina to go an additional 11. Which
I was trying.
Yeah, it was good that you tried. Great for you, but yeah, you're at 12. So you will most likely go last, looking at everyone else's roll.
I mean, I could technically hit him from here. I'd just rather not.
Yeah. All right, so, Mr. Business, you have the floor. What are you doing?
All right. I will kind of do. By the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. When I sneak, it's very cat-like, so I just like crouch on all fours and it's just like.
I dig that.
But I think, yeah, I will kind of stealth and back into this earlier position. Oh, wait, I have to wait. I'll get as far as I can within the round, like waiting for Caden to also kind of come as close as we can before we run to strike.
Yeah, so this is a surprise round, so they're not aware of you still from before.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Then I
saying,
guess-
let's
yeah.
roll now so we can each do whatever your action you're taking up to the point of contact.
Gotcha. And yeah, I would sneak as close as I can, and then my round, I guess, would then be because at some point they're just gonna I can't just. Oh, I guess my round would include running at them. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you sneak right there, and then I'll probably have you make another sneak check. Reg and Caden, are you in the positions you're going to have for when the combat starts?
I'm going to try to come up a little bit closer as well. I'm going to move up to hopefully like right about here.
Roll a sneak check. Okay. And Reg, are you staying there?
Reg would probably come up to here.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Mr. Business, go ahead and take your turn. This is a surprise. They do not know you are there.
yeah, I am just gonna run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can get to him, right? Yeah. I can just get to him.
So roll a sneak check.
You jump
Alright.
in his lap.
Oh.
All right. So do your action, then I'll give you some flavor based on what happens.
Gotcha. So my action would be I'm just gonna run and just like spear right into him, like hopefully in the with his back turned toward me, and just kind of knock him right into the ground hard, and kind of like with my 2 attacks, like just a blunt force.
Okay, go ahead and roll those attacks.
All right. So 104 and 174.
Yes. The second one will hit
All right.
for 55 damage.
Yes, sir.
Caden and Reg, what are you doing?
I was just gonna ask, is he still able to expend his stamina to start running towards the ogre, or does he have to wait till his next turn?
Oh, I thought the plan though right away.
Oh, right, that's right. Okay, then Reg is gonna fire at that one if it's okay to do so now.
Yeah, go for it.
Since they're
Oh, wait.
going to get the plus 25 also.
We move 8 squares in a round, right?
Correct. However, again, they haven't actually become aware just yet. So if your plan, Caden, is to basically run up with Mr. Business, totally fine. You can put yourself next to
I'm
an
going to
enemy.
stop here regardless.
Okay.
Okay, so
yeah,
we'll say
go
at
ahead and-
at the same time that I do my thing, you run up to that point and do your thing.
Yeah.
Basically,
So,
yeah.
so Caden, you're next on the initiative line. What are you doing on your action?
I'm going to cast Cold Gust at the one that Mr. Business is attacking.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Excellent. And how much damage?
120.
Okay. And then Reg, what are you doing on your action? You're attacking.
I'm going to
but-
cast with my other hand too.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you have 2 hands. All right, go for it.
My favorite saying. Yes.
You said 120.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
And then
I take 50 damage.
okay.
Actually, I'll just put it on there. There's no point in you having to do it. There you go.
Gracias. Reg, what do you do on your turn?
Since they are unaware of us, that would account as a sneak attack with the plus 25 for unaware, right?
You don't know that they're unaware of you yet.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying
They're
for the
unaware of-
mechanical sake.
They are definitely unaware of you. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm shooting with the bow. I'm just wondering if I can add that 25 or not to the
Yes.
attack. Okay.
You can. Who are you attacking?
This gentleman.
Roll a 1. Hold on. Roll a 20. Roll a 1d100.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, how much damage do you deal?
If that was a successful sneak, with the double and the bonus I get, which is after multiplication, I do 280 cold damage.
What do you mean
Grace damage.
the double?
The sneak attack is 2 times,
Uh-huh.
and then the what skill is it? I forget which. I didn't have it written down, but the I forget which one of the skills at 9. It gives you a plus 50 to your successful sneaks.
Oh, your sneak attack damage with ranged
Yeah.
weapons?
So
Okay.
it'd be 280.
All right. So,
But I do get a second shot.
oh, you took that advancement. Nice. All right, go ahead and roll.
But I don't get the unaware at this point unless I hit another target, right?
No, you do not get the unaware at this point
Okay.
at all.
So just the 90.
144 is your attack roll.
That is correct.
Roll another 1d100.
I am intrigued.
And how much damage do you deal?
115.
All right, so here's what happens. This is I'm sitting forward in my seat because this is intense.
Oh boy.
All right, so
You
your
killed Kaden.
yeah, everyone's dead on your team. So your entire group silently and stealthily positions themselves for the attack that you're about to engage in. Reg motions his way northward by a line of trees and readies his it's a Dargoth crossbow, right?
Yep.
His Dargoth crossbow that shoots ice arrows magically. Caden readies to run up right behind Mr. Business, who's leading the charge. Mr. Business dashes at full speed up to the closest Silver Shadow operative and tackles him to the ground and punches him in the face, and then strategically rolls backward off of him as Caden runs up behind and throws 2 Cold Gust spells in either hand at the person that Mr. Business had just attacked. Almost frozen, barely clinging to life, the operative shouts, "Hey, we're being attacked!" He's not quite dead, but he's definitely unconscious. The other guardsmen turn around immediately and begin to shout that they're under attack. As the lead Silver Shadow abductor turns around, he is shot haphazardly with an ice arrow from Reg's crossbow, basically hitting him in the leg, freezing his leg entirely. His second shot, Reg's second shot, completely misses its target, but hits the Silver Shadow operative in the northernmost position, knocking his shield out of his hand. Strategically, he draws his greatsword in response. At that point, combat truly begins. The Silver Shadow abductor, who is in a lot of pain right now, demands that his followers attack Caden. He says, "Attack that one. He's the one that we're gonna want." You don't know entirely what that means, but they do follow suit. Caden, this one moves up to you. Mr. Business, the one in front of you I'm going to mark as unconscious with that little skull crossbones things.
Okay.
The Silver Shadow abductor, Reg, kind of travels off a little bit from the rest of the group and turns his attention towards you. Mr. Business, this one runs up to you. Caden, you have 2 in front of you, kind of flanking you in the front arc. So, I'm gonna go top to bottom. The Silver Shadow abductor is going to attack Reg with an ice arrow spell, rolling 193. Does that break your armor rating?
That'll hit.
Okay. You take 95 damage, which translates to only 15 damage, and your ward is broken. Caden, the 2 in front of you are going to attack you now. One of them has 2 swords. Does 174 hit?
Yep.
And does 111 hit?
No.
Okay. The first attack deals 46 damage, which brings your ward down almost by half. The second one's going to attack you with his greatsword. Does 136 hit? I don't think it does.
No.
174?
Yep.
All right. You are hit for 75 damage. So I'm just going to... You got it?
Yep.
Cool. Mr. Business, the one in front of you is attacking you with his greatsword. Does 191 hit?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, you take 75 damage as well.
All right.
With that, it is Mr. Business' turn.
All right. Well, not happy I got cut. I'm gonna, get up and stand to this guy and deliver an uppercut and a chop.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
The 174 hits.
Okay.
So he takes 55 damage.
Mm-hmm.
The second one does not at all injure him. Your hand just kind of slips past some of the armor on him.
It was an actual chop rather than...
Yeah, low damaging chop. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Because I'm just standing ready to fight.
Cool. Caden, you're up next.
Okay. I am going to cast Cold Gust twice on this guy right here.
Okay, go for it.
And that's, of course, going to cause 50 damage to me.
You got that, or do you want me to get that?
I get it.
Both
I'll
hits.
just get my rolls up first.
Both of them hit. This guy, right?
Yep.
How much damage totaled? 120 each, which is 240. He is also kind of almost frostbitten at this point. He seems to be in a lot of pain. Next is Reg.
Red is going to move. I think this is my 8 here.
Okay.
And is going to shout out first and foremost, "Hello, I'm Reg. You really should give us our friends back."
The abductor responds and says, "That will never happen."
Well, then this is gonna happen. Reg is taking aim at this gentleman who is targeting his favorite buddy.
Buddy system at work. You shoot the ice arrow, and instinctually, this person, the Silver Shadow operative, dodges completely. He kind of moves back for a second, almost ducking out of the way and swinging back into position, ready for the next attack.
Let's see if you can do that twice. Apparently you can.
He just turns around to look at you briefly as you shoot wildly in the wrong direction.
Sorry guys, I'm new at this.
The Silver Shadow abductor throws 2 more ice arrows your way, Reg. One of them explodes in his hand a little bit, not damaging him, but definitely causing him some surprise. Does 177 hit?
No.
Look at you. And that's, your ward is
So
broken.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The ward doesn't give me any ace armor bonus anyways.
It should.
No, because my base is so low, remember?
Oh, it just
got it.
makes
I
up
got it.
for it, basically.
Well, no, I've got enough bonuses with light armor to make up for my deficit at this point.
No, I mean like the ward stacks on top of all of that. It's like carrying a shield.
Oh, I thought you said it couldn't work while you were wearing armor.
No, sorcerer's armor.
Oh, I've been wrong about this.
Oh, I thought you said it couldn't work while wearing armor either. Oh no, it stacks on top. You're right. It stacks on top of armor, but you only get the best version, right?
No. So sorcerer's armor is what is either it is sorcerer's any spell like Oak Skin replaces your total armor rating, but it doesn't apply to wards or shields. You can still have a ward or a shield on with Oak Skin.
In that
Sorcerer's
case,
armor just doubles Oak Skin.
Just FYI, that first ice that I did get hit with would not have hit because it was my normal armor rating's 180 now, and it was like a 187 or something. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Cool. Moving on. So,
We learned something new.
yeah, now we know. So, the Silver Shadow Abductor completely misses Reg, and he looks like he's getting kind of frustrated. The 2 in front of you, Caden, are going to attack you. The one with the double swords attacks. I'm assuming both 107 and 158 are misses.
Yes, that's correct.
The other one attacks with his great sword, and those
None of those hit.
also misses. They're kind of angry too. Mr. Business, the one in front of you.
Wait.
I'm
My
waiting.
ward's gone, so actually the 161 and the 158 hit.
Okay,
Right,
Your
I
ward
lost
was at
my ward.
half, wasn't it? You were at half
What's that?
damage on your ward.
but he got hit a
that?
second time that broke it.
Oh, I missed
Okay,
that part.
so Caden takes 150 damage.
My buddy.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, it's he takes 75 damage, and then 46 damage. So you're at 354.
Okay.
And then Mr. Business, does 131 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right, you take 75 damage.
Hooray!
And my
that means a one.
friend,
Ooh-wee.
Is that a criddle? Criddle?
A
Is that a
criddle.
criddle?
I believe that is a curdle.
Wait, was that a great sword you said?
Yes. So, if I remember right, with the first one that becomes 10%, because he's definitely got that. So I'll confirm that in a second, but just go under the assumption that you are at 150 health now.
If he's got swordsman 1, it's 10%.
What level is that?
9.
He does indeed. So Mr. Business takes 200 damage to the face. He has 150 health left. That is the end of the enemy's turns. The next turn is Mr. Business.
All right. Well, not happy about that. So I'm going to kind of start moving more. So I'm gonna I'm gonna actually attack. Can I attack and then move, or
Yeah,
would moving
however
cause
you-
him to attack? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
You can
so
do
yeah, I'm
any
just gonna-
combination.
I'm gonna do a couple of hits to him, and then kind of put some distance. Possibly.
Which one are the one that's still up?
One's still in front of me.
He kind of dodges left and right. You're attacking as though you're kind of sluggish.
All right. I'm gonna kind of just move. I don't know what moving's gonna do actually. I'm gonna stay and fight.
Are you gonna try and go get the ogre?
Oh yeah, actually, if I'm dying, they seem to be doing good, but I am gonna run. You're right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna move here.
You can do the extra 4 if you burn stamina. Don't forget.
Oh yeah. How much stamina does that burn?
It's 10 for 1 square up to 4 squares.
Okay. So
You don't want to do that though.
yeah. Cause you're all kicking ass.
I mean, you're gonna want to give me an opportunity to help you out.
Gotcha.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess you can't heal. So yeah, I'll just.
I mean, you can move away, but if you're gonna start burning a bunch of stamina and hauling butt like that, just keep in mind that my ability to help you is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Caden's got a point. I moved my piece, so I'm sticking here. But that's it. My turn.
Okay.
I think you only moved your 7.
No, that's fine.
Eh.
So next is Caden.
All right, I am going to move over here, and I am going to hit him with a lay on hands, which does 75 to me.
Okay, and how much does it heal him for?
120.
Okay. And then did you remove your 75?
Not yet. Hang on.
I'm removing it. Got
That
it.
should put me at 279. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I am going to take another 25 and put a ward back up on me.
Okay. You are now warded. You have 254 health left.
Yep.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Reg, you're up.
Can Reg do a ward and still do a heavy strike in 1 turn, or is that no bueno?
So you basically wouldn't get all of your attacks from the other thing.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so Reg is going to move to here. And he's going to swipe, kind of, heading in the direction of his buddies, but is going to swipe at this one with Old Cuddy. because it's got reach. How's a 177 do?
It does not hit.
Well then,
The Silver Shadow operative sees you, hears you coming from a mile away, and as you go to swing, he ducks and completely miss him.
Okay, then can I burn some stamina to catch up to them?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Are you burning the 4?
I'm pretty sure that particular operative just does not respect you, Reg.
you know I don't blame him. This is not my best day.
All right, you guys are booking it towards the ogre down south there. So
I've got an idea.
the enemies kind of turn around and realize that why are they running away? These guys aren't like the Emerald Guardsmen. They're not just gonna like follow you because you're running away. They believe that they can take you fairly easily. The one closest to the guy that's unconscious kind of bends down next to the operative to inspect where he's at, and he heals him a little bit, not for a whole bunch, just 60. Oops.
Oh crap.
Just 65 points of damage, or 60 points of damage. The other 3 kind of step forward, not necessarily to take you on, but to kind of, if you are trying to do something, give themselves enough room to react to it. But they are going to use some of their abilities to still attack you at a range. So Reg, the leader of the troop, fires at you with another ice arrow, 218.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that breaks your ward. It does 95 damage, so you take 15. And then he's going to fire at you again. 161.
That one will not hit.
Okay. So that kind of goes off into the tree branches.
Oh, that tingles in a bad way.
The next one is also going to cast Ice Arrow at you, Caden. 209.
Definitely.
Okay, you take 95 damage from that.
Did you?
But I had a
reward?
ward.
I can't.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
did
sorry.
You reward?
Yeah. So that's only 15 damage you take from that.
You took off too much still. I was at 254.
Dang it.
Minus 15 would put me at 239.
Dang it.
It's okay,
I get
I'm
it.
bad with numbers too.
No, my fingers swell up and I can't cleanly punch the numbers. The next one's gonna fire at you, Reg, with his bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow.
So he's going to 109. Is that
No.
it? Okay. And then he gets his second attack as well. 153.
No. Just swat him away.
Yeah. He's,
Hey, you stop that.
that guy, funny enough, is the guy that you were having troubles hitting as well. So I think it's just a 1-for-1. He's
You
trying
see
to
how that
repay
feels?
you. He looks down sad. With that, it is Mr. Business turn.
All right. I am realizing just how strong these guys are. I'm going to be like, guys, maybe this will work, and I'm going to cut the loudest promo I can to try to get this dude to the South's attention, while also using when I say promo, that's war chant. So I'm going to give everyone a bonus.
Nice.
And like just cut a promo about how we're going to kick these guys' butts.
All right, we need to hear it, though.
Oh, okay. You think this is good business practices? You guys don't know anything about business. I was running a business when you were just babies. That's right. How funny would you think babies could run businesses? And I'm just gonna start doing it and kind of play on how they're just insignificant. And that they should meet the real king of business, and I'm hoping to get this other guy's attention.
Okay, roll your performance check, and are you adding that to attack or damage? I'm sorry. Was it attack or defense? I can't remember what it is.
I also don't remember. Hold on.
I thought it was attack or damage.
It is attack or damage, yes. So I will roll it to... We attack.
Okay. So for the next turn, if you're within 4 squares of Mr. Business, you gain plus 128 to your attack roll.
Did you add the war chant or the vocal bonus too?
Yeah, that's the plus 40. Yeah.
Cool. So that's Mr. Business' turn. Next up is the Ogre. The Ogre has heard Mr. Business's promo and is just furious. He's not a wrestling fan at all. So the Ogre 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 begins not quite running, but cautiously heading over towards you, ready for a fight. He's very close to you. He's standing maybe 30 feet away, something like that. So with that, it's Caden's turn.
All right, so I'm just gonna have to play with the numbers here a little bit. How hurt was the guy that I was originally beating on? I mean, does he look like he's pretty worse for the wear?
Yeah,
not quite.
He's still gotten a frozen leg.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and gamble, and I'm gonna throw a cold gust at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
We get a plus what?
128.
So there's gonna be 120 on top of this one.
You're talking about this guy right here in the middle?
That's correct.
Well,
that's the guy that I've been beating up on.
Yeah. You swing a cold gust, and you are just empowered by Mr. Business's rallying cries. The cold gust not only ices him over immediately, but also throws the iced corpse of the Silver Shadow operative back towards the rock formation that is the ogre's home, and he shatters completely into small tidbits of ice.
Okay. And for this guy right here that's hurt on the ground, I'm going to hit him with a cold gust as well.
Okay.
And that's going to be... do I only get the bonus to the first one, or do I get it to both?
All attacks. Until Mr.
So
Business
that's going to be
next
another 128 as well. So that's going to be...
it hits. It's a good hit. Seeing as how he's now at negative 55 hit points, he also goes flinging back into the rock formation and shatters. Apparently, Mr. Business's rallying cries have really made you excited to kill these people. Reg, it is your turn.
Before I do what I'm gonna do, am I able to communicate with the ogre? Would he understand me?
Well, that's one way to find out.
you may try, but you also, from your travels, you know that ogres, trolls, things of that nature, although similar to Dargoth, are far less intelligent than Dargoth.
Well, I could give it a shot anyway. Hi, me, Reg. They took your home and stuff. They bad. Help us.
Roll a speechcraft check. Well, keep in mind that it's an opposed roll, and he rolled appropriately. He says, My home. And he looks as though his sights have turned from Mr. Business and your group to the frozen shards of the Silver Shadow, as well as the 3 operatives that are closest to his home. Not to mention the 2 unconscious bodies inside his den. I was
about to say.
Okay, so based on that, was this the guy that had shot me before?
The guy that had shot you before is currently dead.
Oh, neat.
That would be this body right there to the north.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
East to the north, yeah, that way.
Let's see, what am I looking at here? All right, so Reg is actually gonna run up this way. So if he does go into a rage, I can try and be like, try and get Pax and Messina out of there. But is going to fire. Where'd it go? 218. Gonna fire at this gentleman.
I'm assuming you're calling it icy.
I still feel like I gotta get a good couple of shots in before I name it. It might be Freezy or Coldy. Mr. Freeze. Oh, that might be a good one. Wonder if anyone's used it before. Anyways, here I go.
Wow. 302 is a hit. How much damage do you deal?
115. And if he's still up, he's gonna shoot again.
This one right here, correct?
Yeah.
Go
Si,
for it.
senor.
Still a hit.
Yeah.
He kind of steps back. The ice arrows have hit him in some key areas. His torso is beginning to freeze over a little bit, and you know that that's probably not a good sign.
You need them pots to live.
Furious, the Silver Shadow respond. The guy whose torso is currently freezing over walks right up next to you, Reg, and he just swings his greatsword wildly. Does 152 hit?
That's not gonna do it.
He swings left, he swings right, and you just kind of do one of those master martial arts moves where you just kind of take a step back in one direction or the other, and he completely misses. The next operative is going to fling his ice arrow at you as well, because he sees his buddy struggling over there. Does 202 hit?
Yeah,
And your ward is currently not active, right?
that is correct.
So you take 95 damage, and he's going to fling it again. 217 is another hit.
That'll do it.
You take 95 again. You're at 410 health. The Silver Shadow Abductor, he's going to try and fling another ice arrow at Mr. Business and then one at Caden. Mr. Business, 229.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 95. You currently do not have a ward, correct?
Yeah.
And Caden, 211.
Definitely a hit.
And you have your ward active, correct?
No, I do not. Not this round. So that's 95 to me.
Okay.
That puts me at 94.
Yep. Everyone is definitely feeling the pain, including your enemies. Mr. Business, your turn.
Yeah. Well, now that Big Boy is involved, I am going to book it. To grab our friends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will expend to move the extra 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll spend 30 and get to. Messina is tiny, right? Because she's a child.
Messina isn't a child.
Oh, I don't know why I've been thinking Messina is a child this whole time.
She's like 30.
Nope. Maybe I just get like a childish 5, like, I don't know. All right, then if they're both full-grown people, I will grab one of them. Or maybe I can try to. Oh yeah, I'll see if I can't muscle too. I'm a strong cat.
As you're bending down, you notice a chest next to the both of them.
I saw that, and I'm pretty sure Pax would be mad at me, but I'm also trying to save their lives. So I think we get clear of the troll first.
Okay.
Ogre.
So you have placed them on your shoulders and are ready to retreat.
Yeah.
And carry.
The ogre's turn. Caden, roll a straight sneak check.
Uh-oh.
Roll a stamina check now.
I'm going to put everything into it. So it's going to be this plus 100.
Okay. That's perfect. As the ogre is very angrily heading towards the silver shadow, you instinctively duck behind, trying to get some cover from the tree branches. And it works. You don't take any damage as he is flailing about heading towards these silver shadow guys. He is going to swing his very, very intimidating club at the one in front of him. Oh, whoops. It's still a miss, but I did that wrong.
A D1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he gets a
With a
bonus of 1, 2, 3. So the first one he misses completely. The second one, the Silver Shadow Abductor, he definitely gets hit. So he takes 65 damage, and he kind of falls unconscious as well. He's still alive. He's very injured, but he's definitely still alive. Caden, it's your go.
All right, I am going to ward myself and heal myself. That's going to net me a total of 116 health. This is what it's going to put me at, and I have the ward active.
Okay, cool. Are you gonna move?
Yeah, let me see here. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have any other stamina because I just expended it all for the safety. So I'm just
you
gonna
regenerated 10.
Okay, then I'm sitting at 10. I'm sitting at 10 then. So
Okay.
but I'm not going to use it for this just yet.
Okay.
I'm just going to make sure I position myself close to my my friends' safety in numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reg, your go.
Reg is going to move up to here to be in position to help carry, but first he is going to fire again on that gentleman. Probably not so great that time.
Roll a 1d100.
Sorry, buddy.
You're good. The ice arrow goes flinging past the Silver Shadow Operative, just barely missing the ogre and hitting the tree behind.
Okay, let's do this a little better.
That is a more obvious dodge than the other one was. He doesn't necessarily do any acrobatics. He literally just falls to the floor in pain to dodge out of the way. It's kind of a twofold thing. So, are you? You've moved already. The Silver Shadow is now going to attack. They obviously know they need to deal with the ogre or run from it. You're not 100% sure what the plan is here. The one on the ogre's right, the one closest to you guys, he's going to swing his greatsword and attack. Both of which are really not doing anything. He got one solid hit in, but it very clearly did not phase the ogre in any way, shape, or form. The next one is going to cast Ice Arrow at the ogre, hitting the ogre, infuriating the ogre, and then he's also going to heal up his leader over there. So the abductor leader is now back in the running. He's going to move right about there, his full movement while still maintaining attacks away. And then he's going to fling some ice arrows at the ogre as well. And good news, everybody. The first ice arrow hits the ogre for normal damage. The second ice arrow crit hits the ogre for double damage. The ogre a lot more hurt than it was a second ago. You kind of realize that there may be a possibility that these Silver Shadow guys may survive this fight and either live to try and fight you, or hopefully they'll run away and leave you with an ogre that's furious. With that, it is Mr. Business's turn.
All right, well... At his heart, Mr. Business is a warrior, so he's going to put his two friends down and come to the ogre's aid to, like, if these guys survive the fight, we're in trouble. So, at the very least, I'd rather deal with an ogre who doesn't instantly want to kill us versus two people who do. So I'm going to try to attack this guy, hopefully while he's distracted, and, like, kind of get, right behind him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, bam.
The second attack lands. You go to punch his frozen body, and no luck. But the second attack kind of impacts him more, killing him.
Oh, nice. Also, I keep forgetting, power attacks add to the attack, right?
No, they deduct half of the attack bonus to add double damage.
Just kidding. Okay. That's what it is.
Risk reward.
Yeah.
So that's Mr. Business's turn. The ogre is now going to swing at the guy closest to him. That is a hit and a miss. This guy takes 95 points of damage and is still up, surprisingly. The Emerald Guardsman in front of him is going to attack with Ice Arrow. The first one hits him for 95 damage, and then the Abductor in the back is also going to attack and hits him for another 95 damage. The ogre looks to be in a lot of pain. Like you would bet that another good hit would topple this ogre.
I think we shuffled something, right? Because I think I go before them, but the ogre goes before me.
Yeah, the ogre goes before Caden. I did the ogre then the foes rather than the foes then the ogre.
Oh, they go on the same time. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, okay, so my time's still coming up. Okay.
Yep, it's your turn now. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
We gotta help him.
Or kill him?
Then
it's
they all
Caden's turn.
problem.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move into range for this guy here. Hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I move to this spot right here. Can I hit him with Cold Gust from this distance?
I think Cold Gust has a range of 25, doesn't it?
Oh, actually it does have the range listed on the spell, doesn't it?
If not, base
It does
spell
not.
range is 25.
Okay. Then I should be good here because I get an increase in range anyhow with my blood magic.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm gonna hit him with a Cold Gust, or
Go
try
for it.
to anyways.
Caden attacks the Silver Shadow Abductor. It's a solid hit. You hit him for 120 damage.
And is he still up?
He is still up, but very clearly damaged.
All right, I'm gonna hit him again.
And that kills him.
Nice.
Practically kills me too.
Yeah. Did you already deduct your health?
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of it now.
You are
I'm
at
down.
66 health.
But I still have the ward. So I got 80 on top of that.
Yeah, very true, very true. All right, so that's Caden's turn. Reg, it is your go.
Reg is going to run in between Caden and the lesser rated guy while shouting to the ogre, "We help you!" and is going to try and point blank shoot this guy in the head
Okay.
with the crossbow. Oh, please don't mess up.
Reg's 8-foot huge self places himself between Caden, our wonderful magic user, and the Silver Shadow operative, shoots him point blank, and because he's not as skilled as he is with the heavy weaponry, misses the Silver Shadow operative. Go ahead and roll that 1d100 and see if you hit the ogre behind you. You don't, but you do hit this tree right there.
Okay, Reg, you can do this. You can do this. Just breathe and take it slow.
Somehow you hit worse. You shoot it right up into the sky.
If it's all that counts. Yeah.
So this is a fun one. The Silver Shadow operative is faced with the fight or flight. All his friends are dead. The ogre looks like he could be killed, but then he'd have to deal with you. So he's gonna leave it to. I'm gonna leave it to the roll of the dice to see what he does. Above 50, he runs. Below 50, he fights. And there's his option.
You chose poorly.
Yeah.
But
So
who does he choose to attack?
he's gonna kill the ogre, or attempt to kill the ogre. Guess what? He killed the ogre.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is such a bloodbath.
I know.
Everyone is dying, including us.
All right, so Reg, you are the obvious choice. Good luck. Does 156 hit you?
No, it does not.
Awesome. He's going to strategically move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to right there.
No.
But he's still in combat mode. The ogre doesn't get a turn since he's dead. Mr. Business, it's your go.
All right. I accidentally hit the back button, and I have to wait for the thing to reload. There we go.
No worries.
Because I want to go. Where did he went? Yeah, he went further away.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
even running.
Actually, yeah. Even I don't think I can make it to him.
Do you have anything you could attempt to throw?
No, I literally have given all my weapons of range away to the ranged people. That's okay, because what I'll do instead is run toward my friends and cut another promo on this last guy.
Nice. Let's hear it.
All right. Oh man, did you make the wrong decision today? You chose to fight. That it does make no business sense. You know what the best business plan is? Having friends. And I pat my guys on the back.
Go ahead and roll. Everyone gets plus 67 to, I'm assuming, attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Great job, Mr. Business. Caden,
I'm
your
terrible
go.
at this. Wrestlers all over. Like, you're
I'm
terrible
gonna
at cutting
hurl 2
promos.
cold gusts at the last remaining guy.
Let's do
have
one
the
and then
help?
the other so you don't die.
Okay, well the first one was a 242 and a crit.
The
So-
first one hits and kills
Actually,
him.
it's more than a 242. It's technically a 309 because of the
67.
bonus. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a crit.
So you deal 240 to that guy, which, like I said before, kills him instantly. he goes flying away. You look around and survey the scene, and you are just flabbergasted at
Like, everyone's like,
How-
bent over breathing.
yeah, this was a really tough fight for you guys, and you guys did really well. But also, there is so much blood everywhere, and frozen, shattered people. That was a thing. Masena and Pax are unconscious still. It almost is like they've been either poisoned or magically put to sleep. So you kind of see a couple of things nearby Pax and Masena now that your adrenaline's starting to become less and less. You notice the chest, you notice the gold, and you notice a lot of skulls of the various races of Erethe, and bones, things of that nature. You're pretty sure that the Silver Shadow's plan was to leave Pax in Messena here to be eaten, which is just a gruesome thing to do to people. So, what do you do?
We need to heal up and wake them up. I mean, are they waking? Do they wake up?
Yeah.
As much as you try, they
over.
don't. They're still unconscious.
But are they hurt?
They don't appear to be in any pain. It's just they're not waking up.
Just unconscious. Okay.
You can make a potency check, anybody, to see if you can identify if it's poison or magic.
I'm gonna add 50 to this roll.
Well, keep in mind yours health.
What?
Your potency check is health.
Oh, then I'm not going to do a check.
Yeah. Here, I'll
You
do it.
channel
I'll-
your health into this one roll to see if they're poisoned and you die.
No, I don't do it at all. If it's
Yeah, I got it. I'll dump all 50 into this.
So, Mr. Business, from your previous life, you notice that this definitely isn't a poison, because there would be some residue left over, and there's usually a skin condition that comes along with it. The magic on it you can't necessarily identify, but you are 100% confident that it is in fact a magically induced sleep.
Okay. I'll tell everybody and say maybe we have to. It seems we either have to wait or maybe something nearby can wake them.
let me double pump myself.
Yeah.
If I can sit around this hurt,
So-
even though I got reward.
Like I said, you guys can take a while.
So yeah, well, sorry, I was
Go
just gonna
ahead
say, say, well, you guys kind of rest up and look after them. Should we also kind of gather the bodies up and maybe see if there's anything of value, maybe some info that could help us?
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm very interested in what is in this chest over here. I wonder
you
if
guys
it's
gonna do
over
that?
treasure or silver treasure.
Are you guys going to actually heal and rest up before that happens?
Oh yeah, I mean, just to heal myself up, it's gonna take 7 turns.
Okay.
8
Yeah,
turns.
so a couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
I mean,
8
yeah.
turns just for me, and then it's gonna take even longer because, when I go do Mr. Business, how hurt are you, Mr. Business?
Pretty hurt.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
think
gonna
about
say you
100.
guys hang out for an hour, just to be
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
safe side.
that'll do it because, like I said, for me to heal Mr. Business, I can give him 120 a pop, but I take 75, which means it's going to be more turns for me healing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While they're resting, Reg, if he can, is just gonna gather all the bodies into into one area.
Yeah, without packs, it'll take easily 15, 20 turns.
Okay. So, Reg gathers the bodies rather, and he's got them kind of set up outside of the cave, not in the cave necessarily. Reg, what do you do with them?
The plan is to search for anything of value or any information, and then once that's done, to try and maybe dig a hole to get give them some respect.
Okay.
You find 208 gold on the regular operatives, and then 48 gold on the abductor. The ogre didn't have any gold on him. Everyone else is wearing steel or studded leather. Nothing overtly valuable necessarily.
Did you say studded leather?
Yes,
Yeah, definitely.
that's light armor.
Yeah. In the most respectful way possible, Reg is going to strip them of all of their weapons and armors and pile that up separately to go through. I definitely did look up the studded leather. I think that's an improvement for me.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys kind of gather that there's 5 sets of studded leather. There's 5 steel greatswords, steel swords. They're kind of all outfitted with the same type of gear.
Copy that.
And then the ogre basically just has a big old club. Now that everyone's healed, you guys have waited, hung around for about an hour and a half or so. Mr. Business, I'm assuming you're going for the chest.
Yeah, but I am going to check for traps.
We should move our friends out of the way just to be safe.
That's a good idea. Go ahead and check for
I'll
traps.
carry them out of the way.
All right. Mr. Business picks them up and goes and lays them down next to the loot he plans on taking.
Do you want me to take a look too, or is you good?
Well, I don't know. I rolled a 48.
It doesn't appear to have any traps on it.
All right, yeah. Then I'll open it.
Okay. It's
Is it
unlocked.
locked?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah,
just,
I guess I'd check. I guess I'd check to see if it's locked or not.
Yeah, it's unlocked. You kind of, after you identified that there aren't any traps on it rather, you kind of just lift the handle and it opens easily. Inside, you find 109 gold pieces and a feather that seems to have magical property on it. Reading the inscription on it's not like a bird's feather necessarily. It's almost like it's petrified or made of stone or something. But it seems really sturdy. And the inscription on it reads "Protection Circle," and so you can use that once a day.
All right.
Also in it are about 30 arrows that deal plus 10 electrical damage.
Cool.
And then along the outside of the chest, all the gold that's haphazardly strewn about, you find 95 gold pieces.
Cool. I will.
How
Yeah,
much
we can
total
all
gold is that for
figure it out.
today? Maybe we should add that up into one pile and then divvy it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
256 on my end.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 'Cause you
Cool.
had...
Thank you for keeping track, Jordan.
Yeah, I was keeping track of what I had. Yours was what, 95?
It should be
There was
not-
multiple ones. There was like 109 in the chest and then 95 strewn about.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
90...
I missed the chest.
Okay, so total gold is 95 plus 109 plus 208 plus 48.
Cool.
109. So we're at 460 from today.
Cool.
All right. Nice. Good haul.
Now, you guys gather all the things, all that fun stuff, and you have Pax and Messena in tow, and you carry on. You think the best stop at this point is going to be to head back to Koldir. And so you do just that. You know that the Emerald Guardsmen aren't present there anymore, and that it's going to be somewhere, safe that you can go and rest and, do whatever you need to do. So it takes about another 3 or 4 days. Messena and Pax honestly don't wake up until you get to the city proper. And you kind of set them down, and they, despite being magically asleep, they seem like they are still very exhausted. So you guys explain the situation to one of the guards, and they know that your plight, seeing as how the city was, occupied by them. And they go and they're rented rooms in the inn to the north there, and you kind of help them get into their rooms and lock and key, all that fun stuff. Going back to the guards, you notice that there's a lot of people rebuilding what is left of Koldir, trying to fix the gates and things like that. Do you interact with any of them on your way into town?
Yeah, Reg would instantly, of course, be greeting, but in a sheepish way. In this case, hello, it's me, Reg. How is everybody doing?
Reg! Hey there, buddy. It's been quite, a couple weeks, I should say. How are you?
We've been better, but you know.
How'd you guys get out of that predicament there, where the Emerald Guardsmen were taking you wherever they took you?
We was able to break captive and sneak away, but how is everybody? I mean, how is everyone doing after what happened?
After we rounded up the dead and gave them burials proper, we went on to, rebuilding what we could. That battering ram did a number on our gates, and we haven't seen, a ship dock in a while, but, we're doing what we can. Life goes on, right? So, blacksmithing, helping us build the gate here. And then Ethel up in the tower, they're having their court, and I think your mum's up there, actually, if you want to go say hey. I'm sure she'd love to know that you're all right.
Oh, thank goodness she's all right. Well, yeah, we's gonna get to that stuff, but I would say if you ain't already got a patrol and some extra guys to stand by the gate while you're building it, it'd be a good idea, because apparently there's more people out there that is angry.
A lot of trouble here in Coldier lately. We can handle ourselves.
So them green boys is still out there, and apparently they working for some silver fellas. You guys remember their names? I don't totally remember, honestly. I'm asking you guys if you.
Yeah. See, Emerald Guardsman, and the silver. That one I can't remember.
You remember the Silver Shadow?
Silver Shadow.
Yeah, I know, but Reg wouldn't, so I'm like, I can't feed you this.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're our big note keeper in the party for sure.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. Apparently, I wrote it while we was running away. By the way, we brought some
Silver
horses.
Shadow bad.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. We got some horses. If we could please see that they're taken care to, they have been some amazing friends. This is Cinnamon, and this is Licorice, and that's Vanilla. Kind of bland, but it does what it needs to do.
They're in the stable outside of the city gates.
Oh, thank goodness!
They're being well taken care of.
Day is good, pals.
Yep. So, Reg, you guys kind of spend the next day here just to resupply, all of that fun stuff. The thing you guys really intend to do here is exactly that: resupply, get whatever you need to, make sure your mom's okay. So for this next day, you'll be kind of taking some downtime, I would say. But as we're here, if there's anything from a equipment, magical, any of that standpoint that you'd like to do, purchase, or anything like that, I want to make sure that that's done before you leave the city.
Yeah, I have a whole list of items that Reg has been hauling around.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to go to the blacksmith or the general store for those.
Probably both. And Mr. Business, do you have anything that you need, or Caden, anything that you need?
I gotta look over the available spells. We gotta I want to make sure that Pax has a good solid heal spell aside from the lay on hands that I was teaching her.
Okay.
Now, actually, I don't even know if there's any better heal spells for a student. I I gotta
So-
check.
What we'll do here in a second is kind of we'll end the stream. I'll give you the story outro. We'll play the outro, and then we'll come back and do all the logistical player
Cool.
stuff. So
Seems good.
once you've done all of the things, resupply, grab equipment, visit with your loved ones, you prepare to depart the following morning. You each prepare for the journey ahead. Mivra is a good distance away and may hold the key to stopping the Silver Shadow and ending their pursuit of the artifact you carry. Your spirits are high as your hopes, as are your hopes, as you set out on the road to Dalnane's capital, Mivra. If you are watching right now, listening right now, thank you so much for being a part of this. We are super stoked to be just above that 50 follower mark. Next week we will be doing our giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Tune in. It will be awesome. And most importantly, you guys have a great week. We'll see you in a moment.